Welcome to House Money Podcast on our NFL Week 6 show. I'm Easy E and I'm the host. Joining me today, T-Bone.
T-Bone!
And Chalkboard.
Chalkboard.
Wow. I guess that's what happens after you go 4-0 is you finally let out the primal T-Bone that you've been waiting for.
The primal scream.
Good
set
Lord.
loose, set free.
The T-Rex T-Bone.
Out of the cage. Uncaged.
Well, gentlemen, great job last week. 4-0. Finally, we started to right the ship a little bit. Put us that right next to 500 and one game below 500 thanks to that 4-0 week. Personally, I like the new direction of the show where you threw it out to me at first. I gave some outright dog winners right out of the bat. I gave you Carolina and Cleveland. Later on in the game, I gave you Chicago. Fellas, y'all went 4-0 too. Talk about it.
I noticed that when I'm inebriated and I wear sunglasses that I can see better. But now that I'm stone cold sober and wearing sunglasses, I can't see shit. What's up with that? But just an observation. Go ahead.
That's maybe something we need to bring in some of the House Money Pod scientists for. I don't know if I was ready for that, but tough to say. Going with E's 4-0, yes, and two dogs and one dog and two. I know I gave up 2 touchdowns on 2 games. So.
Miami and Cleveland were dogs last week, both outright winners.
So my point was we can hit anything. So
my point is don't be scared to bet dogs.
Yeah.
All right, moving right along.
Let's just pick winners. I don't really give a shit about any whatever shit. I can't get started. I'm trying to think of equations or whatever the shit you want to use.
Analytics.
Analytics. Thank you. That's the word I was actually looking for.
Let's just pick winners then. All right, we can't pick one this Thursday night because there is no game this Thursday night.
COVID won Thursday.
There you go. Instead, we got 1 Sunday night game and 2 Monday night games. So we'll just cover those 3, and we'll get into it from there. Sunday night, Los Angeles Rams at the 49ers. San Francisco plus 3.5. Totals 50.5. The Rams 4-1 straight up, 3-2 against the spread. Won easily at Washington, 30-10. Before y'all tell me how much y'all like the Rams, their wins are over Washington, the Giants, Philadelphia, and Dallas. Their one loss is to Buffalo, 35-32. They still can't run the ball effectively. I think the emergence of Cam Akers could really help their offense. The jury is still out as far as I'm concerned on the Rams, despite their 4-1 record. San Francisco 2-3 straight up, 2-3 against the spread. Got boat raced by Miami, 43-17. Yeah, 2 straight losses to bad teams. Philadelphia and now Miami.
I actually think Miami's going to be okay. I think they're coming around. But, yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
Right.
They're still a losing team. Yeah.
Right. But injuries are starting to catch up with the Niners. It doesn't look like it's going to get any better this weekend. Everybody is listed as questionable except for Jimmy, who's probable. So, T-Bone, tell me Sunday night, the Rams at San Francisco plus 3.5. Who do you like?
After all that, saying that, how could you even think about betting on the 49ers? I mean, did you watch Fitzpatrick light them up for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns? This is a 37-year-old journeyman quarterback. Their cornerbacks are terrible. Sherman had a setback. He's not coming back. They got roasted so bad it was unbelievable. So, actually, it's not like the Rams have to run all over them. They just have to pass all over them. I mean, Kupp and Woods and all those guys. San Francisco, their defense got shredded. And their offense, Garoppolo came in and looked like crap. He was horrible.
So he didn't really get hurt, though, either, right? Didn't they take him out to protect him, mentally?
Protect him, yeah. He was getting throttled. He was getting socked. He was, he couldn't move well. He's still not mobile enough. So, they're going to be going with, Beathard or freaking Mullins. Or Garoppolo might play, but he was still gimpy last week. I don't know how well he's going to move around this week.
Yeah, what happens if Donald gets a hold of him?
Aaron Donald crushes the line and gets him. I mean, if it's me, I would even put this on the back burner. I like the Rams. I just do.
All
I don't. And you say 4-1. They are 4-1. I mean, their only loss was to a playoff team. I mean, it was a close game.
And I think I saw after this past week the defense is down in the top 10.
What?
So and
Well, you're saying they beat bad teams. Well, hell, San Francisco's losing to bad teams. So I mean, you know, they're at least taking care of business. I don't know who San Francisco beat. Who they beat?
the 2 wins.
I have to look that up. But Chalkboard, I'm going to look that up. Chalkboard, you tell us who you like, Rams and San Francisco.
Well, I feel like following T's point, I feel like the 49ers are fool's gold. Anybody? Okay. So.
Oh, man. Oh, my God.
Anywho, yeah, I actually didn't want to be the person to go first because I didn't want to say the Rams. I'm backburner with the Rams as well. I feel like we'll go through most of the games on the sheet, but I don't know. I feel like it's a one-sided affair, in my opinion.
All right, well, it sounds like y'all are on this for sure. Then let me go ahead and put this on the burner, and we'll move on to some more games. So I'm going to put the Los Angeles Rams minus 3.5 on the burner. And then we'll look around, and we'll come back, and we'll see what it says. Monday night, Kansas City Chiefs at Buffalo. Buffalo plus 3.5. Kansas City's 4-1 straight up, 3-2 against the spread. They're off a loss to Chalkboard's Las Vegas Raiders.
Ooh.
I was sitting there trying to think, who did the Chiefs just play? The Raiders with new swag on the wall.
Came up, 40 points?
40-32. Derek Carr threw for 347 yards versus Kansas City. Kansas City only rushed for 80 yards total. Yeah, 36 of those were not by running backs. The rookie Hilar has failed to impress in his new row. Buffalo 4-1 straight up, 3-2 against the spread. Lost on the road at Tennessee, 42-16. Pretty much all systems failure here for Buffalo. Didn't play well on either side of the ball. This game will say a lot about Buffalo. You know, Buffalo ranks 28th in rushing in the league, 93.8 yards per game. You can't win a championship like that. But for me, this is a pass. Chalkboard, Kansas City at Buffalo, Buffalo plus 3.5.
Well, I think we were all stunned by the Buffalo's performance yesterday, which was the first Tuesday game I think I saw in 70 years. So you have to tell me how that one was. But much love, T. No, I don't think that – we've always talked about this before. This is a job. I don't think teams overlook each other. But Buffalo had this game coming up. And I think everybody thought that Tennessee was just going to fall down. They were just going to it was going to be like the opposite. And it completely, I could not have been more wrong on so many things in that game. But we're talking about this game this week. You know, it's really tough because it almost seemed like Allen kind of reverted back to a lot of bad ways, just bad passes. There was some bad luck there. I don't know. I mean, some of the turnovers where he hit some of the guys in the hands, ball flucked up in the air, and it was like the dude caught it and just ran it back and things like that. But if you're going to tell me who's going to come back out of both these teams losing, it's hard to go against the Chiefs, man. I mean, to E's point, they kind of got the Bills got a little exposed. I mean, you know, they really don't run that well. It's all Singletary. I mean, you got Moss is still hurt, I think, with his toe, you know, for whatever he brings. But, I mean.
I don't think it's hard to go against the Chiefs here, but.
I love the Chiefs. Love the Chiefs. I'm going to tell you why I love the Chiefs. If you look at the stats, Buffalo is, 4-1. But the opponents have scored just as many points as Buffalo has scored. I mean, in all actuality, they should be more of a 500 team. I mean, they don't do anything particularly well, like you said. They don't run the ball well. Josh Allen, yes, he's played spectacular, but is that gonna stand? Is that really gonna keep going like that? Their defense was totally exposed the other night. It's like they've regressed. Their defense has regressed. I love Kansas City laying a little over a field goal.
Kansas City has not looked good in multiple different spots this year.
They look great against Baltimore, a team I think they respected. Now, why they look so bad against the
everybody
Raiders,
else? Everybody else.
This is what I was gonna. My point is like, do you think they're going to rise up to the occasion of playing another good team?
I think they're playing another good team. 4-1.
Like they'll take it more serious.
Crowd doesn't matter. There's no cold weather up in Buffalo right now. I think still, not that Kansas City can't play in the snow. They, it gets cold up there. I love Kansas City.
Ooh. And Chalkboard, you're on Kansas City here?
You know, I am. I just.
God, y'all, come on. Didn't
How
we
do you
learn
not
anything
love this?
last
How do
week?
you learn anything? This team also they played last night. They're not going to have any rest. They're going to have 2 days less
Get
rest.
a drink.
This is what happens when you don't get inebriated before a show. Oh God!
I hear.
Get him a drink.
I
I'm
hear. Beer was offered before we began.
I'm healthier when I'm inebriated. This is horrible.
That's
Is
not
this
like
what being straight's all about?
That's not a COVID
Hey, I
cough,
don't mean
is it?
sex wise. I'm talking about.
I knew that nugget was coming right behind that.
Okay, so they barely beat the Chargers.
Yeah. Barely Chargers. Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, so who else they got there? They got crushed by Vegas.
Okay. They crushed Baltimore.
Let's talk about one thing here, though, guys. They both have a common opponent. One got beat by the Raiders, and one beat the Raiders.
Yes. So.
Okay, I'm gonna put it right here on the burner because y'all like it. Kansas City -3.5. All right, let's move to the other Monday night game. Arizona at Dallas. Dallas +2.5. Total 54.5. Arizona 3-2 straight up. 3-2 against the spread. Crushed the Jets 30-10. What do we know about Arizona? They got wins versus the Jets, Washington, and San Francisco. Losses to Detroit and Carolina. If you remember, our preseason over-under win total was only 7. So they're almost there in week 6, but the offense is yet to explode. They have yet to score more than 30 points in any game in a season when points are way up. I know Drake has been injured, but they got to get him more involved, especially in the passing game. And I think this could be where they go off. But Dallas 2-3 straight up, 0-5 against the spread. Winners at home versus the Giants, 37-34. Of course, the takeaway here is the injury to Dak. How does that affect them going forward? Andy Dalton looked good, though. 9 of 11, 111 yards. He'll be surrounded by weapons, T-Bone. What do you think? How do you think Andy Dalton's going to do plus the 2.5 against Arizona?
I can't quit Zona. I cannot quit Arizona. Oh, my God. I'm looking at this game. It's like Dallas's defense is horrid. It's freaking horrid. It gave up how many 30 points to the Giants? The limp-ass Giants? Seriously? What did they give up? Was it 30 points to the Giants?
Oh, yeah.
30 points to the Giants.
Well,
And you don't think and Arizona's going to – oh, man. And Dalton instead of Prescott? Dalton might look good, a little bit of relief, whatever. Oh, how's he going to hold up during a whole season? The guy was pedestrian. He was an average quarterback in Cincinnati. You say all those weapons and everything you want, but oh my God, Dallas is not a good team. They're just not. Their defense is so horrible. They're in shootouts constantly. I'd have to go to Arizona. I cannot. I just don't think Dallas is a good team. Were they 2-3?
Chalkboard.
Barely beat the Giants on a freaking field goal. They should have lost that game.
Arizona at Dallas.
just to mix up the show some, if I was looking for a dog, Dallas is playing at home. You're getting points with them. Do it for Dak. They've already got the T-shirts out. That whole deal. Now, do it for Dak. The doing it for Dak T-shirts ain't tackling nobody. The defense is still just completely
Dallas
terrible
ain't
to your
doing
point.
nothing for Dak. They're a bunch of
No,
losers.
but what it will
But I
do
think
for
they
the
can
defense,
outscore Arizona.
what it will do for the defense is they'll hopefully hand the ball off more to Ezekiel Elliott, and it'll keep the defense off the field. So it is going to alter the way the Cowboys play a little bit. They're not going to. He's not going to
It
throw
won't
for
be a
500
pinball,
yards like
a
Dak
video game
Prescott.
anymore.
No, maybe the defense will actually get a break over there instead of watching Dak go up and down the field.
I noticed who's Dallas beat? 2 winless teams. Think about that. 2 winless teams.
Who's Arizona beat?
better than 2 winless teams?
They beat the Jets and Washington. How many wins do those teams have?
Got 1. That's better than 0. Atlanta is 0-5. 0-5.
You're giving
Giants
points.
are 0-5. And they had to beat them on a field goal.
They give you points.
Field goal. They were down by 7.
At home.
Is there any grander stage in the NFL than Jerry World on Monday night?
Jerry World.
Somebody told me a long time ago.
Jerry World don't mean jack. It don't
The
mean
home dog
nothing.
gets the bone on Monday nights.
We'll hold that thought.
Clearly, Chalkboard, I'm glad to see you on Dallas.
Moving on, fast break offense. Let's get off this game and roll on.
I'm on Dallas as well.
Put on the
so
burner.
I don't think we're going to be able to talk T-Bone into
How about
it.
no burner?
So on that note, we'll just go from here, and we'll go on to the who do you like portion, and we'll see if we can't find some dogs there. How's that sound?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right,
ready?
good. And I'm ready because I'm ready to start.
I'm pumped. This ain't no.
He's like a
nobody's scared this
thoroughbred
week.
in the gate that's just kinda bucking
nobody
around.
scared this
No.
week. I see plenty of fruit on the tree. I want to pick off.
All right, no, I'm going first because y'all threw it to me last week, and we went for it.
Go ahead.
Such an anticlimactic.
That's all right.
Oh.
That's all right.
I'm gonna bring, because I want to bring out stuff that y'all hate right out of the bat.
Oh God! Here, let me look for a dog somewhere that he thinks might win.
All right, I got two for you because just like last week, I gave you two straight up dog winners in this spot. Here's your first one: Green Bay at Tampa Bay. Right now, it's Tampa Bay +1. When I first wrote on my notes down for this show earlier today, it was at a juicy 2.5. But I don't mind because I got money line on this game. Tampa Bay wins this game outright. Okay. So last week Tampa Bay were losers to Chicago, 20-19. Brady was embarrassed on national TV, thinking that he had 4 downs when he didn't. I expect him to come out this week completely focused. Ronald Jones is starting to emerge as a threat. He's at over 200 yards 2 weeks in a row. I still believe in their defense. They rank 4th in takeaways and 2nd in total yards allowed. Okay? Green Bay, on the other hand, excuse me, 4-0 straight up, 4-0 against the spread. But those 4 wins are over Atlanta, Detroit, Minnesota, and New Orleans. Now, granted, the New Orleans win's nice, I guess, but this is the first time they're going to play a legitimate defense.
Who's Tampa Bay? Who's their wins against?
Denver, I know, is one of them, but that's irrelevant. Right now, hold on. Let me finish my notes. That's off the top of my head. Let me finish my notes. Green Bay has 0 turnovers on offense. That can't continue. They cannot continue to go. They're not going to win every game. They're not going to be at the spread every game.
I agree.
This is the week that they go to Tampa Bay and they lose outright. So I'm going to start y'all off with this dog chalkboard. Green Bay, Tampa Bay, where are you at?
I had that pulled up right here. It does say Rodgers, if you care, I know you like the stats, is 8-2-1 in his career following a bye week. So
Coming off a bye week.
They got that weekend. I don't know. I mean, I feel like
It's a burner game.
The main thing here, though, is Devontae Adams back? Is he rested now after this bye week?
Devontae Adams comes back. There ain't no way because here's
This
my
would be
thing.
more
And
like
I
a
get what you're
touchdown.
saying. There's no way this ragtag offense. I mean, Jones is a stud at running back, but what else do they have at receiver? Every time I look up, a receiver's
Godwin's
going
down. Mike Williams. Evans.
Lazarus.
you're
I'm
talking
talking about. Well, that makes me think about Tampa Bay. Now that you said that about the receiving core of, or I said about Green Bay. Yeah, what's Tampa Bay's receiving core?
You got
looking like?
Valdez, whatever.
Yeah, you ain't got much. So, yeah, I think it's a good burner game.
But I don't think chalkboard sounds like a fan. Chalkboard sounds like, imagine this, he wants to lay the points.
Well, I mean,
It's not really a point if it's 2 or 3. It's not really.
I mean, really, an injury report would really help out on this game. I mean, there are so many key players on both sides. I mean, is Godwin coming back? Is Evans playing? Is Adams coming back? I mean, jeez, man.
I'm not going to get so attached to this game that I have to pull out the schedule for you all to show me Green Bay's losses this year. But Green Bay's not going undefeated.
Nobody's going undefeated, but Tampa Bay's only, 2-3, 3-2. So
Okay, let's move on.
I could be talked into it. We'll put it on the burner.
All right, well, I'm going to put it on the burner, and then I got one more game. We're going to keep with our 4-0 tradition. I'm going to give y'all one more game, and then we'll go from there. So I'm going to write on the burner.
He's getting greedy, isn't he?
Yes.
Getting greedy over there, man.
4-0's 4-0.
Wow. Man, okay. Nobody's going undefeated. Remember, you said that.
Okay, speaking of which, because I know y'all going to love this one.
Oh, hell.
Atlanta at Minnesota.
That was where I was going to go next.
Minnesota -3.5. Another outright dog winner. Atlanta goes to Minnesota and wins this game straight up, y'all. So they lost last week at Carolina 23-16. They're 0-5 straight up, 1-4
They
against the
lost
spread.
at home, didn't they? Was it at home that they lost? In Atlanta?
Carolina.
It doesn't matter. That coach got fired. He's no longer with us.
Oh, my God.
Traditionally, teams
This is for Quinn.
off the week they fire a coach 63% against the spread. We say every week they have weapons. This week, those weapons are going against the 26th in total yards, 27th in passing, 24th in rushing, 27th in points scored, and 26th in takeaways defense.
Did you watch the Seattle game? They should have won that game.
Yeah, that's
They were the better
that's
team.
on the coach, man.
Yeah, I mean,
How do you do that? How do you not put up by
do
8?
the field goal? Yeah, how do you not do the field goal?
Minnesota is going to be without Dalvin Cook.
Is that
Yeah, he's
okay?
out. He's
Well,
for sure
who's
out.
playing for Atlanta? Julio's he's been out forever. I mean, who else they got? Ridley's been
Ridley,
AWOL.
that Gage kid.
Gage. Yeah,
There's
I mean,
another guy I can't pronounce his name.
Ridley was horrible last week.
I did see that they're not really married to Matt Ryan either now.
Yeah, so
I think he's gonna be on his way out.
I don't know about this game. This game shows me nothing.
So again, you all.
Let's let it simmer. I see so much better out here, man.
All right
Really,
then. All right. So we're
Those two do not excite me that much as much as my picks excite me. So.
all right. So just because these dogs last week won here, I guess these dogs have no
Hey,
shot.
dogs, hey, you know.
You go ahead. Now I'm gonna write this here, even though it's not going to be a
feel
play.
like
I'm just gonna write it here because I want to write it here.
I feel like T-Bone's been chomping at the bit. What
Go
you
ahead,
got?
T-Bone.
All right, Jets at Miami. Is that the one I wanted to? Not really, but we'll go ahead and do this one.
All right,
Jets at Miami.
I got you. New York Jets at Miami. Miami minus 9.5. Totals 47.5. Tell us why you like Miami, T-Bone.
Miami's got pieces coming back. Their defense was pretty much intact. They did lose a guy on the defensive line to the IR. They actually lost their best offensive lineman before San Francisco, and the guy they plugged in did a pretty good job. The Jets are abysmal. I mean, but they just released Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's wrong with Frank Gore?
they're a train wreck. I mean, I cannot believe Gase still has his job. He's an ex-Dolphins coach. I think they're going to smear his nose in shit come this weekend. They're going to beat his brains out. And they just put up 40 on San Francisco. What are they going to do to the hapless-ass Jets team come to Miami? I just think I think they wax the Jets this week.
If the Dolphins win this game, are they at 500?
Yes.
I mean, I know they're probably still trailing the Bills, but I mean,
they'll be at 500.
kind of in the thick of things.
Yeah, they're at 500.
Well, they're going to win, but how bad are they going to beat these fools? Are they going to win by double digits?
Yeah,
is
I
the
think
question.
they will because Miami can actually score. And the Jets don't even have Darnold. They got freaking Joe Flacco.
Flacco starting.
Former Super Bowl champion Joe Flacco.
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
What do you think, Chalkboard? Burner game. You got the 2-3 Dolphins, 3-2 against the spread. What side do you like here?
Oh, I thought it was me talking when he was over there a minute ago. It's like I didn't know what the number was, and honestly, I didn't look. I thought it was going to be around 7.5.
I was hoping to be 7.5. But
Yeah, it's a little higher than I expected, but I figured they were going to win 10, 14, 17. I'm not afraid of the 9.5 in this game.
I mean, honestly, this number is going to 10. We all know it is. So if you're going to jump on it, you're going to jump on it now at 9.5. I probably can't talk y'all off it. I'm not going to try. Do y'all want to make it a pick, or do y'all want to put it on the burner?
I'll make it a pick. That's up to you. What do you think? Are we put it on a burner? I don't
No,
care.
I mean, it was one that I had circled, so.
All right, T-Bone, official House Money Podcast play number 1.
The Fins.
Plus, there's some poeticness about after you just push the two dogs and then we take a 9-point favor.
Almost a double digit.
Imagine that. I'm used to it.
I know it's not your first season.
Yeah, Chalkboard, go ahead. Who do you like?
But it feels so good.
If being wrong, something like that.
Right.
Okay, well, here's one for you guys. I trying to bring it back down. Cincinnati at Indy.
Ooh.
All right, Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Indianapolis minus 8, total 46.5. Chalkboard, tell us why you like Indianapolis.
I feel like I would be with Burrow in the points here for some reason. I just don't think that Indy has a good defense, but I mean,
Rivers stinks.
Rivers
man.
is just.
He's been bad.
He's come back east and he just looks worse.
5 picks. Oh.
Well, and I think that Mixon could run. I think that Indy's strength is against the pass, so I think Mixon could run a little bit up the middle. I mean, Burrow's not really, look terrible about turning it over. I I don't know. You get more than a touchdown.
The only thing that throws me on this is watching Baltimore's defense against Burrow. I mean, they buried that guy. They shouldn't even have scored, really. They had to settle for a field goal with like
True.
a minute to go in the game, man. Indy's got a tough defense. I mean,
And
they've got a
Cincinnati's
really good
offensive line is terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know how Burrow makes it through the year.
I'm a little.
He's young,
I'm a little
resilient.
I'm a little on the fence on this.
Well, because of the way our beloved E set it up, and then we were so hammered on the 10-point, I was trying to find somebody, and I was like, if I take a dog, I want to get as many points as possible with the dog.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm giving you dogs that win outright. You don't even need these points, and they're going to give them to you for free. I'm giving you the better team on almost every occasion, but you refuse to.
Your 2 dogs are probably better than this dog I just offered. I was just looking around, perusing.
All right.
So, all right.
Moving on. Fast break offense.
Go ahead, T-Bone.
Here's a winner. Houston at Tennessee.
All right.
Houston at Tennessee. Tennessee -3. Totals 55. T-Bone, which side are you on?
Oh, Tennessee. Now, granted, Tennessee just played. They're not going to have as much rest. But Houston has one win all year. That was against one of the worst teams in the league in Jacksonville, who somehow beat the Colts earlier in the year. How they did that, I don't know now. But Houston, they're not good. They're really not. And they're going to Tennessee. Tennessee's a better team, and only laying a field goal, it's almost too good to be true. It's almost too good.
It does look low. I agree. It does look low, especially as impressive as Tennessee looked, 36 hours ago?
Yeah.
Chalkboard, what side are you on here?
You don't feel like the Texans will try to do it again for Romeo?
No.
No.
No. I just think Tennessee's the better team.
I don't feel like Tennessee was that much better than the Bills. It was very opportunistic. And this guy was talking about it. It's a good coach, and they've had the entire world going down their throats that they caused corona and all this kind of stuff. So I think they banded together, did a statement. I'm just worried about them kind of like a little bit of a letdown. I still think that they can win this game. I just think that they're a better overall team.
Yeah, the only thing that bothers me is the little bit of the rest, the preparation. Obviously, getting 2 less days than the other team.
And that's a big deal.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
because
for
it's not even a Monday night game. It was a Tuesday night
Let's
game.
put this game on the burner. Because honestly, I feel like this game is I don't know. It just
It looks
feels
too
trappy.
good. It's
It
almost
feels
too
like a
good.
trap. It
Yeah.
feels like a trap.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
It's a
just put it-
trap.
It's a trap.
Tennessee -3.
Well, here's one I'm surprised you guys haven't brought up yet.
Go ahead, Chalk.
What about the Bears at the Panthers?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh. Chicago at Carolina. Carolina -1.5. Dude, I've been all over the Bears almost every episode
How
of
do you
this
not
year.
like Carolina?
How do you not like Chicago?
Oh, my. Carolina's the team that's on the roll. Well, Chicago's whatever. They're both playing decent.
Teddy is 5-0 against the spread. Stunningly. I didn't believe that until I actually heard it
I
today.
mean, who's the quarterback for Chicago? Is it still Foles? What has Foles done? Had that one decent game. Has he done anything since?
I think he starts off as a Foles, then he grows into like a thoroughbred.
When they say Foles is somebody you want to come in, but somebody you don't want to start or something. I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know. I don't know how you don't like Carolina in this spot.
Well, it opened at 3. It's down to 1.5.
Yeah, everybody likes Chicago for some reason.
First off, Teddy is 3-2 against the spread this year. So where do you have him at 5-0?
Hold on, I had it here on this site.
That site is erroneous.
What?
We bet we was on Carolina earlier this year when they lost.
Yeah, it can't be right because when the Raiders went there and won, they didn't cover. It was week 1.
Yeah, they
Carolina.
lost against the spread week 1 to Vegas and week 2 to Tampa Bay, 31-17.
He's 3-0 against the spread the last 3 weeks.
With wins over the Chargers, Arizona, and Atlanta, 23-16.
I guess on the eye test, and probably what T's talking about is like Carolina's just looked better than the Bears, right?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Who the Bears beat? I mean, the Bears, they beat.
Hold on here.
The Bears are 4-1. Panthers are 3-2.
Bears got to be the biggest fake ass 4-1 team. 4-1.
Dude, Foles is, I'm telling you, that's a different team under
I saw
Foles.
that they were talking about possibly the Bears making a run for Le'Veon to whatever. It's like,
Yeah. I don't.
Because Tariq Cohen's gone for the year.
Yeah.
Montgomery hasn't really been able to do I mean, that puts two. Basically, all it is Foles throwing to Robinson.
Yeah, they got wins over Detroit, the Giants, Atlanta, and Tampa Bay. Their losses to Indianapolis, 19-11.
How do we keep coming up with who is it? Atlanta is everybody's bitch in this scenario every time we look up a record? One of their wins was against Atlanta.
Dude, I like Atlanta this week. It's on the burner. I know y'all ain't going to play it, but all right. So this doesn't sound like a pick either, y'all.
It's whatever.
All right,
Go ahead, Chalk.
I'm just throwing them out there because I tee them up for you to take a swing, T. What about the Brownies at the Steelers?
Well, I feel like Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh -3.5. Totals 51. Pittsburgh -3.5. T-Bone, who do you like?
I like Pittsburgh. I mean, Cleveland.
He's been on them every week.
Well, don't get me wrong. Yeah, and I think they've done pretty well.
I did see Baker has sore ribs, and he's questionable.
I was surprised that Pittsburgh let Philadelphia get as close as they did. I mean, I was shocked. Pittsburgh was up at like 17.
Your boy broke up that like 80-yard touchdown run, and I think kind of knocked him.
Yeah, I mean, they were up 17, and then they let them score 15 unanswered, so that was pretty concerning. But Cleveland's looked good this year, but I don't know. I like Pittsburgh.
Chalkboard, who do you like in this game?
I agree with T. I think we were a year early on the Browns when we were on them last year. I think they're starting to kind of fall into place. But with this small amount of points and everything in Pittsburgh, I know we always talk about it doesn't matter, but I like Pittsburgh at home. I mean, I feel like they can't screw around and lose to the Browns if they're trying to chase the Ravens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they're undefeated. They're 4-0 right now, right? 4-0. First time they've been 4-0 since the 70s, I believe.
Since the Tomlin era, it says, for sure.
Yeah.
Since Ben's been there, 4-0.
I think it's since Bradshaw was there in the 70s. That's
Really?
pretty amazing.
Pittsburgh, I mean, for all the teams Pittsburgh had, they haven't been 4-0?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, with what's he, Cowher, even with Cowher. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'm on Pittsburgh here, but I love Chalkboard. How do you explain it as these few amount of points?
It's like pennies in your pocket. If you're talking about 2.5, 3 points, you're basically picking the winner.
Dude.
I know it burns us, and this one probably will too, but I would be on the Steelers.
I'm on the Steelers here too, but you all are.
Well, then what are we arguing about? Let's make this a pick and roll on.
Chalkboard, official House Play podcast play number 2.
The terrible towels and the Steelers.
Yeah, wave those towels.
Pittsburgh -3.5.
Here is to looking to avoid any pitfalls.
I really feel like you could wait on this and probably get 3. I think all the money's coming in on Cleveland. To me, the harder side's probably Pittsburgh. I don't think they look particularly well on offense this year. I think with Claypool got like 4 touchdowns or something. That's not going to happen every week.
I'm not above calling it 2.5 if you want.
No, the sheet says 3.5.
You said the money's going to come in anyway. It's not our fault we're just early.
Whatever. All right, who's up? Who's got who? Have we talked about everything? Do y'all want to revisit the burner?
We got other stuff going on here.
He still got on his miner's hat. He's down in the mine bringing back some gems.
What about the Baltimore and Philadelphia?
Baltimore at Philadelphia. Philadelphia +7.5. T-Bone, who you like?
Oh, I don't know who I like. I'm just throwing it out there.
Just passing through.
Yeah.
Well, all right, to E's point, wouldn't you almost have to sort of take Philly and the points? Because, Baltimore just doesn't look right for some reason. You get over a touchdown.
But Baltimore rolls these teams.
See, then when I try to, drink the sauce or whatever, it's like, then I'm wrong.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid, the sauce, whatever.
Drink
the points.
Sauce. Sometimes I eat the Kool-Aid or drink the sauce.
Whatever.
Oh, man.
So you think this is like a spot where the Ravens would just roll Philly?
I mean, they're clearly the better team. I think there's tiers of teams.
Okay.
And depending on what tier you're in, kind of dictates the outcome of the game. The funny thing is, I swear, y'all, I heard something just a few hours ago. Did Philadelphia sign a deal for the dude at Cincinnati, wide receiver?
Oh, AJ?
Yeah.
I heard something about the talks. I don't know if it's official or anything. They said that he's probably played his last game as a Bengal.
Okay, I swear I think he's signed with Philadelphia, but either way.
Well, it's not going to help him this week, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get the playbook down.
He'd be too green.
Stuff.
But this is the tier. This tier of team is the team that Baltimore rolls. And, I mean, what's Philadelphia going to do to stop it?
Philly special.
I was surprised that Philly looked as good as they did against Pittsburgh and their ferocious defense. I mean, I was shocked. I mean, I couldn't believe some of the stuff I was seeing. Wentz actually looked pretty good.
What I'm hearing on this, I don't know we're going to go on this game.
All right, here's a game. Here's a game.
All right.
Man, I don't know why. How have I not? This is my little gem. Detroit at Jacksonville. Jacksonville +3. I like Detroit. Don't even have to set it up. There you go.
Who do you like, Chalkboard?
He ain't lying. I'd be on Detroit. I like Detroit just so I can use that pun.
Jacksonville has won one
Unless
game.
it's the wrong tier.
Minshew has looked terrible. Yeah, I like Detroit.
Okay,
I love
I'm gonna
Detroit.
all right, then. Okay, this is 34 minutes of the show. Here we go. We'll put Detroit +3 on the burner. So let's systematically work our way through the burner, and we got to find 2 out of these 6. All right?
There we go.
Here we
Okay.
go. Of these, which one do you like the best? The Rams -3.5, Kansas City -3.5, Tampa Bay +1, Atlanta +3.5, Tennessee -3, Detroit +3.
I really like the Rams. I know you don't, but
T-Bone, the Rams -3.5.
Oh, yeah, I like the Rams.
Over all the other 5 that I said.
I'll holler out the Rams, and then we will pick the last one.
Chalkboard Official Housemate Podcast play number 3.
Much to your chagrin, the Rams.
Los Angeles Rams -3.5. No, I don't think that's a bad play. I mean, the Rams have looked dominant this year. They may go in there and crush San Francisco, but I like that. I mean, I like that more than I do Kansas City, to be honest with you. Much more than I do Kansas City.
Yeah, 'cause
Kansas
I think
City
it's
looks vulnerable.
Right, and I think that's more of a quality opponent. I mean, we're talking schematics here now because it's like, are you saying Buffalo's better than San Francisco? I would say so. So I mean,
Of course. These teams are in tiers. That's exactly what I just said, but you didn't want to.
we have so much wall space here. I feel like we need a whiteboard with the tiers, not just the ones going down my face when you don't like all these heavy favorites. But
Gosh. All right. I knew that was coming someplace. Okay, so we need one more pick. So the Rams are out. I just told you how I felt about Kansas City. So we got Tampa Bay +1, Atlanta +3.5, Tennessee -3. We could fall into that snake pit, or Detroit +3. Both of y'all were on that.
So many good games. I got to look at the ones we just picked because there's so many good games here. Hold on.
Detroit at Jacksonville seems hard to me, y'all, to be honest with you.
well, I mean, basically the lead back's Adrian Peterson. I mean, he's like 40, but he's actually been playing pretty well.
Yeah, but they've got Swift also, and
You
they
got
got
Swift.
Carryon Johnson if need be. So it's not like they've
Well, and you
got.
still got the receivers. Stafford's. It's basically you got 2 guys that are gunslingers that are going to be winging it around. But I did see that Chark or whatever was hurt, and they said he's questionable now.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Jacksonville needs him to play.
Yeah, he kind of makes that. It's almost like Thomas to the Saints. They need him for everything to fall into place.
I like Tennessee. I can't get off Tennessee, man. I can't. What are we talking about here? Oh, Detroit, Jacksonville. Yeah.
But no,
Same division.
Houston at Tennessee. Tennessee -3. What do you like better, Chalkboard? Tennessee -3 or Detroit +3?
So we're not worried. I'm not really worried because I don't think Tennessee exerted themselves that much on playing Tuesday night. I mean, basically that game was in control in the second half. Yeah. I'd be on Tennessee.
All right. It sounds like that's going to be play. T-Bone Official Housemate Podcast play number 4.
The Titans.
You never know what's coming.
Remember.
Tennessee -3. So in a week where I opened the show with 2 straight up dog winners again,
We're back in the saddle, baby. We don't need none of that whatever now. We're good.
you all took 4 favorites.
Did we really? Let's look at this. Oh God, we even laid almost 10 points in one game.
Did we? Yes, we did.
To recap, Official Housemate Podcast play number 1, Miami -9.5. Number 2, Pittsburgh -3.5. Number 3, the Rams -3.5. And number 4, Tennessee -3. Good luck, fellas.
I'll be honest with you. I looked at all these games. The one I like the least might be the Rams after looking at all these games, but I like them all. So
It's written in ink now, so it's pretty much a tattoo.
It's yeah.
There you go. All right, crystal ball predictions last week. James White, running back, New England. Chalkboard, how do you do?
He was doing good till he ran into COVID, so the game got pushed back. I'd actually thought about just carrying it over, but the fans demand more. They deserve more. So he is 1A, and then this week will be 1B. So James White is still due to score. This week, I don't know if I've ever felt more confident about a chalkboard.
Chalkball. A new game, chalkball.
Well, all your nicknames threw me off over there.
Let's make a ball of chalk. Kick it around, see what comes out.
Thank you for that.
What we come up with. We can make designs in the grass.
The crystal ball
sidewalk.
prediction.
Would it be a multicolored piece of chalk?
Alexander
Chalkball.
Madison.
Alexander Madison.
Who the hell was that?
He is the guy that is going to stop on your multicolored piece of chalk that you're out on the sidewalk doing hopscotch with. Alexander Madison is almost the closest thing to a guaranteed touchdown as you could get.
Old man Madison.
Who does he play for and what does he do?
He is Dalvin Cook's backup.
Oh, God.
He is going to start this week against the Falcons. So
and lose.
Dirty birds.
But it ain't going to be because Alexander Madison didn't score.
All right.
Where's our picks one more time? We got
Running
Tennessee,
back for the Vikings.
Tennessee, Miami, Pittsburgh. What else we got? What's our other
The
picks?
Rams.
Rams, yeah, that's right. Okay. Tennessee.
Sometimes you feel like I don't listen to the show.
All right, here we go.
T-Bone, choice cut last week, Tampa Bay. I tried to help you. I put you on Chicago. You insisted on taking Tampa Bay. Who you taking this week?
All right. Well, last week we said if we had a losing week, we would be known as shit stain, skid mark, and butt cheese. So if I don't give you a winner this week, next week I will be shit stain.
Uh-oh.
And I will scream out shit stain. I actually screamed out shit stain earlier in the show, and I was promptly booted off. So I was
Censored.
So my sizzler, my choice cut does not come through, I will be shit stain next week. Actually, it might not be too much of a punishment because the name shit stain is starting to grow on me. But here we go. Chiefs coming back strong in a big way. Lay the 3.5. We're just laying 3 points around here like it's nothing. 3.5.
All right. Kansas City minus 3.5. I got it.
I guess with all of our spreads, we've given like well over a foot. 3.5. You know.
That's what she said.
That's terrible. Please subscribe to us on...
She's never said that.
That's better.
Shit stain.
Please subscribe to us on YouTube or iTunes, SoundCloud, however you listen to the show. We're on Twitter at House Money Pod. Chalkboard.
Chalkboard can be found.
We gonna sleep over there? Sleep at the wheel.
Chalkboard, CHALK_BORED at HM.
There you go. Facebook and Instagram, please rate and review us. As always, shout out to our executive producer, Z-Man, holding it down. House Money Podcast headquarters. Here we go, fellas.
Z-Man!
Final words.
Thought I'd try that out.
Week 6.
Coming off of an impressive, profitable 4-0 weekend, we got to keep it going, too.
I feel too good. Something's wrong. I feel too good. I feel confident as I'm looking at this paper right now. I just hope everything falls
You don't want to
in
add any
place.
dogs to all this chalk?
No.
Chalk.
Is there any? No.
All right. Chalkboard, anything else?
No, I feel pretty good about it. I know I shouldn't, but I do. So
It's all good, brother. Good luck
I shouldn't, but I do.
Good luck
Way
to
to
y'all
say
week
what-
6. Hey, there's winners on both sides, I promise. And hey, we'll see, right? We'll be back next week and see how we do. We're House Money Podcast. We're out.